up, Internet?
How we doing?
How is everyone tonight? I hope you are well. Welcome to episode 66 of Quarantinis
66.
with Blake and Brandon. And, we have tonight the largest crowd we have had ever in the history of Quarantinis.
Yep.
You guys don't know that, right? That's what I'm talking about. We are not at HQ, obviously, as you can tell, because we don't have the green wall behind us. We don't have the Slap the Mint sign behind us. But I would like to know from someone in the chat, hopefully not from someone that's in this room in the chat, where are we? That's the first question of the night. Where
are we?
Where are Blake and Brandon?
Yes.
Which makes me think of one of my favorite shows as a kid. Where in the world is Carmen Sandiego?
Oh.
When was the last time you thought of that?
I don't know.
I haven't thought of that in so very long. Tonight, we're obviously going to make a cocktail. We're going to make the daiquiri.
Yep.
With a very special simple syrup.
We are in Simple Syrup Month.
That's right, we are.
Super pumped. I hope you guys are excited, as I am, because simple syrups can be such a beneficial thing to have at home, no matter what it is. And you get to play around with so many different recipes, and it's so versatile.
Very versatile, and they make the cocktail super special.
Yeah.
Especially if there's lavender. No, rosemary.
Yep.
I love me some rosemary. Kevin P, the bald wonder in the chat, says Ohio. He cheated because I told him earlier today.
That was so quick. Man.
That's correct. We are in Ohio. Amelia over in New Zealand. We are not at school. We are in Ohio. We are visiting family over here. Our mother dearest is here. And we would love to have her on the screen, but I don't think that she wants to do that. And that's up to her. We told her we would not pressure her to do so. But if she ever just stepped into the frame. Yeah! That is our mother, and we are here in Ohio. We are in Northridgeville, Ohio, which apparently there's a place here called Sheetz, and you eat at it. I learned that yesterday. It's also, fun fact, a gas station. That is correct, correct?
A big hit.
This is a thing that happens. Is this a standard?
Yes.
Oh,
This is this just like a Cleveland staple, or is this a statewide? Oh, wow, really? Is this like a Midwest thing?
No, we're East Coast.
It's an East Coast thing. Okay. All right. So there's a gas station called Sheetz, and you eat there, which does not make sense to me.
And it's like a hit.
At all.
I don't know.
Sushi.
They don't have sushi. Do they
Do they
really have
really?
sushi?
They do.
What?
I think they do.
They do.
Yeah.
Whoever the brave soul is that's going to gas station to eat sushi.
You don't
More
actually
power
dine
to you.
there. You get the food and leave. You don't like sit in the
Oh, you don't
No.
dine
No,
inside.
they dine in.
Okay.
They do it on patio.
Okay.
Gotcha.
Okay.
You go outside.
Outside today.
All right.
Outside of the gas station. You still sit. You can still look at the pumps.
Yes.
Yes.
That's better, I guess. I don't know how. It's better. Yeah, so if you're ever in Ohio, just make sure everyone here says yes, eat at Sheetz.
Gotta go to Sheetz.
And I
Place
think
to go.
you also get the sheets after you go there. Anyways. Elise in the chat says, gas station sushi. That sounds
Quality.
like a bad time. I don't want that at all. Tonight we're going to make a cocktail. We're going to watch, obviously, some fun videos. Producer Joe has given us some great videos. He did not come with us to Ohio. He's got a job.
Yeah.
He's got stuff to do.
He's got life.
But he did give us some videos. I submitted one because I want to share with you my new pup.
Yep.
Got a new pup. I'll share some pictures. It's going to be a fun night.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be a very fun night. But before we do anything else, we did some karaoke last night.
We did. And just like he caught me with Tammy,
It's my turn.
I caught him with Fiona.
That's right.
That's
So-
her actual name, right?
Her name is Fiona. At
Fiona.
least that's what she said.
From Shrek.
Fiona from Shrek. So for all of you that are in the audience or not, that don't know, we went out for vacation for what was it, Memorial Day weekend, and Blake got pulled onto the dance floor of the karaoke bar by the lovely Tammy,
Ugh.
which we do not know, never met her before in our
Nope.
lives, but she really liked Blake a whole lot.
And I will reiterate, she had a very firm grasp.
So
Uncomfortable.
So last night we did some karaoke.
Yep.
With the fam, and had a great time. But Fiona,
First of all, I've never been to a karaoke bar, and we all said it, where the mainstream music for the karaoke was like an emo scream.
yeah, which was unique.
And it's very impressive, actually.
No, they didn't do a bad job.
They didn't.
They did a pretty good job.
But the entire bar was for it. I didn't expect it at all.
Just didn't expect it.
No.
So so we went and did some karaoke, and somewhere in there, Fiona found me.
Yep.
And I tried to throw Blake under the bus.
He did.
Immediately.
Every time. And I was like, nope.
He wasn't having it. I said to Fiona, I said, Blake really loves to dance. He would love it if you would take him out.
Immediately,
To dance.
I was just very aggressively shaking my head. And I was like, nope, but this guy.
And so, being the good brother that I was,
Okay.
I said,
okay. Countless times they've thrown me under the bus.
oh man, too many stories. Blake threw it right back at me, and I said, you know what, Fiona, let's do this. Let's get our dance on. Which I don't dance. I can't dance.
Nope.
I don't like it. Makes me feel uncomfortable. But I got a couple different angles.
Yeah.
And so I stitched them together, and I figured it's only fair to share my experience with a strange woman that I danced with on the dance floor. A couple things to note in the video that you'll see. I'm at the very beginning, I'm running out there because I'm like, all right, you know what? I'm going to take my medicine. I understand that it's going to come back to me while I'm going to play. But she, at some point, tries to hug me, and she still has her cocktail in her hand, and she spills it on my shoulder, and it spills on the lady next to us. And watch me, because I throw this lady under the bus so fast. I'm just like, I did one of these. I'm like, that was her. I'm out. So this is me and Fiona. Look at those dance moves. Look at me.
Such a perfect song to dance to.
Isn't it? So uncomfortable. Here comes the hug. Here comes the spill.
So close. Well, there it
And
is.
then
Nope.
I threw her under the bus
So
so
quick.
fast. I was like, nope, that was not me. That was this chick. I'm out of here.
Oh man, I felt so good when I saw that.
Yeah.
Immediately ran after him.
Brother Blake had a whole lot of fun with that.
Yep.
So that's Fiona. Fiona, if you're out there, if you're seeing this,
Sorry.
yeah, you probably don't remember the night. You said I'm so drunk so many times. So thank you for a wonderful evening. I think, should we make a cocktail first, or should
Yeah.
we? Let's make a drink.
So we're making the classic daiquiri tonight with a little bit of twist. Again, we're in simple syrup month. So for this cocktail, I made a grape simple syrup. I used green grapes and then a normal recipe for simple syrup. So 1-to-1 ratio of your sugar to water. And then I did about 40 green grapes. And then
Did you count them out individually?
did.
I was
physically
joking.
Not
but
physically counted them.
One.
2.
Such a long process.
It's good though.
It is good. Braden Crane says that was major payback in the chat.
Yes, it was Braden.
Braden was with us out at the lake, and so she knows that I did not save Blake
At all.
from Tammy.
Just handed me on a silver platter.
I did.
But yeah, so classic daiquiri. So we're going to stick with the original recipe, which is 1.5 ounces of white rum. But I switched up and I'm using plantation dark rum, a little more extra flavor. And then 1/2 ounce of your simple syrup, and then a full ounce of lime juice.
We have a good question. Did you macerate the grapes into the sugar?
So I actually use, you can use a blender, but yes, macerating. I used a bullet because that's what I had on hand to make sure I had it all incorporated. So I threw everything in, and yeah,
There you go. Somebody,
straighten it up.
Steve in the crowd is losing it right now, and I can't figure out why. I cannot figure out why, but we'll figure it out. Oh, this is Jared from Urban Bitter. What up, Jared?
Hey man, what's up, dude?
So I wasn't really paying attention when you answered the question because this guy over here is losing it.
So yeah, Jared, super fun actually, and thank you so much for your service, Urban Bitter.
It was awesome.
It was
The
great.
Drinks
Thank
were
you
fantastic.
so much. But yes, I took my simple syrup and then I steeped my grapes for about 15 minutes, softened them up, and then I just threw them into a bullet, and then I did a mesh strain out, and yeah, I did a full cup of simple syrup, if that helps. But it was actually really good. Other than that, let's dive right in. Let's make the cocktail. So the shaking cocktail tonight. So we're gonna grab our shaking tins. We need our jigger, which can you reach the jigger over there? Oh.
Mom's on it.
Thanks, Ma. Yeah.
Really great job.
Yeah.
Good job, Mom.
So we'll need our shaking tin, our jigger. I'm going to use a mesh strainer. I'm going to do a double strain, and then because I didn't strain out my citrus, so it's got pulp, and then I need a hawthorn strainer. Other than that, let's dive right in. So again, I'm using Plantation. Ooh, focus. Get in there. Get in there. All right, it is. Plantation Barbados style rum, original dark. It's going to add a little more bolder flavor than a white rum, which I was really going for since I have a grape simple syrup that I'm using with a little different profile to it. And I really like this style of rum in generally. So this is one I saw and I was like, yep, I'm going to use it. But we're going to dive right into our fresh squeezed lime juice.
Always do fresh, people.
Fresh, please. And then we're doing a full ounce per one cocktail. I'm making 2, so I'm going to do 2 full ounces. And then we're going to go into our grape simple syrup, which is...
Let's just take a quick gander at this right here.
I figured I needed to fancy my simple syrup even more and use a decanter to pour into my cocktail.
Thanks, Mom.
If I could physically do a long pour, I would, but I'm not going to do it because it's all sticky.
Yeah, I don't want to do that.
doesn't
If you're a fan of the show and you've been around for a while, I do not do sticky.
He does not like sticky.
That is not my game.
So for simple syrup, if you're just doing a plain or this one, it's just going to be a half ounce per one cocktail. Again, I'm making 2 cocktails, so I'm going to do a full ounce in this awkwardly poured decanter.
Oh my
There
gosh.
it is. Got it.
Oh my gosh, that's funny.
And then we're going to dive into our plantation rum, 1.5 ounces per one cocktail. And that's it. It's been a long time since I've used the American style jigger. I don't know if you guys ever noticed.
I didn't know there was a difference, to be honest.
Fun fact, this is an American style jigger.
There you go.
This makes for, when you're in bartending world, this makes for a faster dump.
That's what they
Into
call
the
it, which is an
cocktail.
unfortunate term.
The Japanese ones are taller and skinnier, so you have more
Oh, that's what you
accuracy.
use.
Mhm.
Oh, I didn't know that this whole time.
Anyway,
While Blake's pouring, I want to know what's your snack tonight? As we ask every week, what's your snack? This is our snack tonight. A wonderful charcuterie board. This right here, I don't know that you can really see it. Well, there's some right there. It's bacon maple jam.
bacon maple jam.
Freaking, oh, so good. And then these guys right here, pralines.
Oh, yeah, pralines.
Shut your mouth. So
I
good.
might just eat a mushroom on live stream just so
Nah, let's do
you
it.
guys know how much I hate mushrooms.
This is our
But I
snack
tried.
tonight. I want to know what your snack is because we ask it every week.
Yeah.
And I love snacks. All right, back to it.
All right, so we got our lime juice, our simple syrup, and our rum. All the rest we need is just throw ice, shake it up, strain it out, and then we're going to garnish our cocktail. We are using a coupe glass for our cocktail glassware. You guys can honestly use whatever you want, whatever you have at home. Again, we're catering to what you have at home. So whatever you got to use.
32-ounce tumbler. I don't know how much daiquiri you
Hey.
want.
Yeah, if you want to just load that thing up with booze, go for it. It's your choice.
If you don't have work tomorrow, I suggest a 32-ounce tumbler of daiquiri.
There we go.
Chips and pico for B. We've got oatmeal and chocolate chip cookies for Kevin P, the Bald Wonder.
All right.
Amelia over in New Zealand has kiwi fruits.
Ooh.
And Steve says same.
That's it.
Steve has left the room and he's now chatting.
Is he just laughing outside?
He's put himself in the
Steve has put himself in the corner. He can't handle it. All right, everybody, you know what time it is. It's time for the Blake Shake.
Almost lost it.
Almost lost it. Oh, I'm so excited for the videos tonight. They're going to be so fun.
All right. Got our cocktail shaken up. Again, I'm going to do a double strain since I did not strain my citrus out. I don't want that pulp. And you guys are welcome to use a double strain. And generally, I personally like to because it makes a cleaner cocktail, in my opinion. Whatever you want to do.
That looks lovely, dear brother.
And then I'm just going to garnish with a lime twist.
A little twist of
A
lime.
little twist.
I would like to know what a no-carb pizza is, Nicolette. You're having no-carb pizza as your snack tonight. How is that possible?
Like a gluten-free, vegan-free?
It's actually just an imaginary pizza.
just
It's the scene
That
from
tastes-
Hook when they have dinner and there's nothing there. Play.
play. All right, guys, there you guys go. The daiquiri with a little bit of twist on our simple syrups, grape infused simple syrup, and then
syrup.
our plantation dark rum. Let's try.
Let's do it. If you are also new to the cheers, everyone. If you're new to the show, we do this thing that happened by accident.
That's really good.
Called we give it a mouth power rating. What happened was dear brother Blake had a slip of the tongue about a year ago and it stuck. So what's your mouth power rating?
I mean, I love daiquiris.
I love daiquiris.
This one's actually right up my alley. I like the grape, lower touch. It's not overpowering.
It's different.
Citrus is still full forward. I like the dark rum that complements it. Like brings the caramel up to the grape. I'd probably give it 6 to 7.
It's like fine to me, but it's not a gin flip. You know what I mean?
He's all about
Freaking love gin
Jared.
flips.
He loves
Yeah,
your
that gin flip that you made.
delicious. And thank you for the whiskey sour. Also very delicious.
I would say I'm gonna give this a 5.5.
All right.
I don't. It's just it's good, obviously, but it's not my thing.
Yeah.
It's not my thing.
Okay.
All right. Everyone here in the room has had multiple cocktails. We've been having a great time. Whoa. I didn't know this. Nicolette lets us know that a no-carb pizza is where you use chicken that's been pounded super thin into a crust.
Really? Fun fact of the day.
There you go.
I didn't even know you could do that.
I didn't know I couldn't do
Funny
that.
thing is, I did know.
I
could do
did
that.
know I could do that. Well, everyone, I would like to show you a very fun update in our world. If you remember a couple weeks ago, we did a little tribute to the dear pup, Miss Mabel. Miss
Yes.
Mabel passed away a month and a half ago, like 6 weeks ago. And we've just had a new introduction into our world. And his name is Mr. Gus. This is Gus. That's correct. That is the correct response. He is a lab mix of some sort, but he is an adorable little pooch. And he is 3 months old, and he is 30 pounds. He's going to be a big
He's gonna be
boy.
a big boy.
And so that's Gus. Next week, you will get to meet him. We'll hold him.
Yes.
Probably between the two of us because he'll be 45 pounds next week. I'm sure
He's
of
a
it.
big-
I'm
big
not
boy.
sure. But that's Mr. Gus, and he is now the new HQ office pup.
We need to get him the Hercules T-shirt from Sandlot.
We definitely do. That's a great idea.
I like that.
So that's Mr. Gus. So when we start hosting in-person events at HQ, Gus will be there. You'll be able to meet Gus in real life.
He'll be our mascot.
And he'll probably be humongous, I would assume.
Probably.
The reason I bring that up is because I have a very funny video that I'd like to show you guys. And that video has to do with an insane movie that I don't know the title of.
I don't
You
even.
don't happen to know what that would have been, right?
I don't know even how this actually became a real movie.
I'm not really sure.
Once
to
you
be
see the
honest.
first scene of this clip.
But this video it comes from the TikToks, as a lot of our videos do. And this is a video of a movie, an actual movie that was made, and somebody's making fun of it because, well, you'll see.
Yeah.
It's a dog doing its own stunts.
Raymond, this dog has no license and is clearly in violation of the leash law. Call the pound.
I already did, sir. The truck is waiting outside.
Out of my way! Grab that dog! Excuse me, ma'am! Watch out! Oh boy.
It's got a quick right.
So I hope that Gus can do his own stunts, because that would be really sweet if he could just punch people he didn't like.
Yeah.
Stand up like a real human and punch people. I have no idea. If you know what movie that's from, The Shaggy Dog is what it's called.
All right.
Okay. Yes, Mike, that is correct. It is The Shaggy Dog. Apparently, I'm just trusting your word. I assume that it is. I think Mike's in the room somewhere. Yes, it is the Shaggy Dog, and I'm just trusting the people in the room. They've all been drinking, so who knows if it's true or not. I thought that video was hilarious, and it's one of those things where at one point I assumed that was pretty awesome, right?
Probably.
And now we look back and like, that's a dude in a carpet suit.
That did a right hook.
Yeah, he just used his thumbs to slide down that rope. That's funny. Nicolette is keeping us informed. First time making the pizza, don't bother trying. So there you go. If you were thinking about trying to make the no carb pizza, don't do it.
Don't do it.
If for some reason you were thinking that was going to be the thing you were going to make next for dinner. It's definitely not pizza. So it is time now for the segment, What's Funny with Producer Joe, sans Producer Joe, because, well, he's not here.
Yeah.
So if you're new with us, this is our little awesome intro that we made
That I love it.
for Producer Joe.
Producer Joe.
That's right. It's Producer Joe time. Sans Producer Joe. Now, I'm going to do my best to come up with the explanations as to why Producer Joe sent us the videos that he sent us tonight, because I don't really know.
He didn't give you an explanation. He's just like, here you go.
He said that they're funny, and I agree. They are funny. But I think the theme that I was gathering was that all of the videos are mocking something.
Got it.
They have a mocking tone.
Okay.
And first, we're going to go biblical. Now, don't worry. We're not preaching, people. We're just going biblical, and we're poking fun. So our first video comes from a great story in the Bible, the feeding of the 5,000 people, when Jesus took bread and fed 5,000 people with 2 fish and a loaf of bread. And I think this has been translated into modern day response to what this would be. Are you going to play?
And lo, I've made enough bread and fish for exactly 5,000 people. Yeah! Don't bring anyone else. Enjoy. Thank you, Jesus. Here you go. Ooh, Atlantic cod. Lovely. Bon appetit. Sorry, have you got any vegan options? Vegan options? Yeah, I don't eat fish. Well, just have bread then. Has it got gluten in it? Yeah. Oh, I can't have that then. Well, I don't really know what. Could you do a gluten-free loaf? I wouldn't.
Against the odds.
Hey, we're still live. We're still live. Yep. I don't know what happened.
We're there.
I'm not sure what happened. That's never happened before.
That was weird.
Never been on live television before.
I like turtles.
All right. Well, welcome back to Quarantinis with episode 66, where he makes them
And he drinks them.
Let's get back to it.
All right.
All right. So our next mocking video is going to be also in a similar vein. I don't know if you heard this. This is a real story. I don't know if any of you guys, but you guys hear about the guy that got swallowed by a whale in the last week or two?
Yeah.
Here you go. If you haven't, here you go.
Against the odds. After surviving an ordeal straight out of the storybooks. Fisherman Michael Packard was diving for lobster 45 feet down in Cape Cod when his day took an unexpected turn.
I was just about at the bottom and I just felt this truck hit me and everything just went dark and I could just feel just hard stuff all around me, and I just thought, did I just get eaten by a white shark? And then I said, no, I don't feel any teeth. And I said, oh my God, I'm in the mouth of a whale.
In fact, it was a humpback whale, and for 40 seconds, Michael was stuck in its mouth.
He's swimming, and I could just be in his mouth, and he's swimming, and I'm like, this is how you're gonna go, Michael. This is how you're gonna die.
Losing hope, he thought about his boys and the rest of his family.
All of a sudden, I saw light, and I just could feel his head shaking, and I just got thrown out of his mouth into the water. There was just white water everywhere.
As his friend pulled him into the boat, he was in serious pain and thought the whale had broken his legs. In fact, he'd dislocated his knee and had other soft tissue injuries, but was otherwise unscathed.
What would you...
I don't even know.
How would you react?
I don't know how you could react.
I'm in a whale's mouth. Do you just start punching? You
just start swinging and try to get out?
Do like a Laura Croft, just punch the shark in the nose? I don't know.
I couldn't believe it when I saw the story, and then producer Joe sent it to me this afternoon. The guy, and then this is like we stayed in the biblical theme, right? Really, we did.
Right. Yep.
We started with 5,000 and then the Jonah story, or Pinocchio, depends on how you're running life. I just don't. I have so many questions. I would love to meet that guy. Hey, you. I think his name was Michael. You should join us.
Yeah,
that'd be cool.
Join us on Quarantini.
What's it like to be inside of a whale?
I'll make you a cocktail.
And then be not inside of a whale.
Did you get pooped out?
Did you get pooped out? Oh, man. Okay, so back to our mocking theme. It's wedding season. right?
It is.
I think it is. And we found a fella who does a lot of these kinds of videos, but he mocked every wedding video that you've seen recently about, a video editor, that, a couple that has the videographer come and hire them out. But he plays both roles, husband and wife.
All right.
Tonight our hearts become one, our souls, and later our bodies. And I could not be more confident about our future together. Because after the test we've been through in our 10 months together, like that time your phone died and I didn't know where you were, I was freaking out. I know we can absolutely take on anything this life throws our way. Philippians 4:13. Without the two of you, like, none of this would be possible, especially thank you for the 40 grand. 40.
40. Dad's like 40.
Huh?
What?
He did like some actual serious acting on that. That's pretty good.
He had like somebody else was putting cake on his face.
Yeah.
He hired actors to do this spoof video. Also, slightly biblical. We got a mocking biblical theme tonight. It's first time ever. Before we move on, how's everybody doing? Everyone having a good time? We like the drinks. We like the drinks. The drinks are good. We had a cocktail made over here that is basically indescribable as far as I can tell. It's wonderful. All right, so we're exiting the pandemic
slowly.
Thank God.
We actually sat bellied up to a bar for the first time
in 14 months, 15 months.
Man, it felt good.
It was
personally for me
so
just
great.
Being in the restaurant industry, like being able to belly up at a bar.
It's pretty awesome.
I got lost in just watching people.
I love watching people so much. Yeah. Producer Joe is in the audience here. He says, "Tell your mom I say hi." Aww. Hey, Mom. Hi, PJ. Okay, so Producer Joe, I hope I'm doing a good job with all your videos. I'm guessing here. We're coming out of the pandemic, and you're exiting the pandemic. Maybe you're single. Maybe you're a single fella. Maybe you're a single lady. I don't know. But this is a little mockery of you meet a lady, you go back to her place, and you realize that she hasn't handled the pandemic all that well.
Oh, wonderful.
I'd like you to meet Maxine. She's wearing a human sweatshirt because it only makes sense that if humans can wear teddy bear sweatshirts, shouldn't a teddy bear be able to wear a human sweatshirt?
Oh my gosh.
That's it.
That's it. I feel like that could be actually possible.
He's wearing a human sweatshirt. Let's watch that one again because it's short and it's awesome.
I'd like you to meet Maxine. She's wearing a human sweatshirt because it only makes sense that if humans can wear teddy bear sweatshirts, shouldn't a teddy bear be able to wear a human sweatshirt?
Right? I mean, that's good logic. She stitched a bear or a human face onto a tiny sweatshirt.
That stare creeps me out.
It only makes sense.
I don't know about you guys, but that initial stare is
You go back to her place, and then what do? You back away slowly. You take a fake phone call.
Do you think she has one of those like plastic porcelain dolls sitting in the corner?
Oh,
like,
absolutely.
With, like, the music going.
I think her name is Pamela. If it's not, it feels like it should be Pamela. Yeah, you got to get out of there ASAP because she's gonna probably murder you.
Probably.
I mean, that stare alone. Yeah. Woo! All right. Here's another mock video. There's a lot of these not mockumentary videos on TikTok where people are like, "Hey, I found this cool spot and I learned it from TikTok." And this video is making fun of those videos. And I hope you'll be able to pick out why.
We heard about this hidden California gym on TikTok and had to check it out. It's called Yosemite National Park, and low-key, high-key, the trees really are that big. I will say that some of them had fallen over though, which wasn't a great customer experience. This mountain was cute, but like half of it is gone, which made me kind of uncomfy. And then we did see this really big mountain, but there was not one person free soloing on it, which really wasn't as advertised. Also, ew, big mess underneath. Overall, I'd say 6 out of 10 would recommend. I do prefer Disneyland though.
That just makes me want to punch that person.
Yosemite. We found this from TikTok. It's called Yosemite. I love it. And for our final, wait, is that our last one? Oh yeah, because we have our dog one. That was our last video for our section called What's Funny with Producer Joe.
Producer Joe.
All right, everybody. Hey, Wanda. Thanks for letting us stay at your cabin over the weekend. We had a great time. Blake met his future wife, Tammy. I will bring that up as many times as I possibly can.
We're actually getting married. Can we use your property, by the way?
Yeah, I need a venue. All right, for the remainder of our time, we are opening up what we haven't done in a while. It's just Q&A. So you get to ask any question you can possibly think of, and I promise you, Blake and I will answer it correctly, 100%.
Most honestly.
Oh, absolutely. We will answer it correctly. So any questions that you have, now is the time. Wanda says, oh, yes, of course, Tammy. So any question that you have whatsoever, it can be in the cocktail world. It cannot be in the cocktail world. We are professionals in all things, and we know the answers to everything. So please ask away. And if you're in the crowd, ask away, because we know how to answer all questions. If you're in the chat, please throw some questions in there for us to answer, because we love answering questions.
Yeah.
What's the good one? Oh, the first question right out of the gate. Steve Andrews says, what does peaty mean?
Peaty. So we were tasting a whiskey earlier, and it's a Japanese style whiskey, and I was like, oh, it's got a little peat in it. Peat is a root that comes from Scotland, the banks of Scotland, and only a specific area that will make scotch.
Mm-hmm.
So then that's what gets that very earthy, woody kind of smokiness. It literally comes from this root, and I shared that with Steve, and he will not let it go.
Anytime we had something, he says, this tastes a little peaty. I think there's a little peat in here.
I think we were eating French toast, or he was eating breakfast tacos. A little bit of peaty.
All right, next question in the lineup. What is the answer to life?
Do you want to start that one, or do you want?
I don't care. You can take it.
Okay.
I think the answer to life is to figure out what makes you tick and do that. I think the answer to life is to give yourself a break, to go easy on yourself, give yourself some grace, because you've never done this thing called life before. And when you wake up tomorrow, it will be a brand new day that you have never lived before. So do the best you can with the information that you got. And when you learn new information, give yourself a break, because now you have new information.
That was well done. I would agree with that.
Yes. Answered the question that people have been asking for a lifetime.
Just do your happiness. Just be happy. Oh. I feel like, I don't know about you, but I feel like with my life that I've lived, I've met a lot of people that just don't strive for their own happiness.
And they're bitter and full of resentment.
Yeah.
And that's a terrible way to live.
And it might sound selfish and crude, but I mean, you probably hear it all over the internet right now, but just obviously be humble and be nice to other people, but also just be selfish. Strive
Find
for
your thing.
Strive for your happiness.
There you go. That's the answer to life. Next question, very different question. Is a hot dog a sandwich?
I feel like we've answered this question before.
Very different question.
What do you think a hot dog is? Do you think it's a sandwich or?
Well, a hot dog bun is one piece of bread.
Right.
And I feel like it needs to be two separate pieces to quantify as a sandwich.
That's a good take on
It's more like a taco in real life.
a meat taco.
It's a meat taco. Ugh, I don't want to say that ever
That
again.
sounds terrible.
I hated that.
It's almost.
I don't want to say that ever again.
Damn it.
He did it again. Well, now that we've answered that question, let's move on. If you wear, this is Amelia, if you wear a t-shirt inside out, is the whole universe wearing that t-shirt except you?
This is partner.
This is important. I'm currently debating my class on this. If you wear a t-shirt inside out, is the whole universe wearing that t-shirt except you?
Yes.
Hold on. Wearing a t-shirt. Oh.
That's a good question. Like if you wear a t-shirt inside out,
Right.
is everything else wearing the t-shirt
right.
and you're not?
Right.
But then you kind of have to go, do I take the place of the universe? Which that's a really big question. I don't know. But if you think about it, we are made of the stardust. So, yes.
Yes, you are the universe.
We are the universe and the t-shirt, or the universe is wearing the t-shirt and I become the universe.
Boom.
That's my answer. You're welcome.
You're welcome.
Bill says, what drove you to create the podcast or this show? It was called A Time COVID-19.
Yep.
It was a long time ago when things were different.
Yeah.
Things were simpler then.
We
churned our own butter.
We did. We what's the two mice story?
3 mice? 3 blind mice?
No,
two
the
mice?
2 mice fell into the butter. One didn't do anything and quickly drowned. The other one ran so fast it turned the butter and they climbed out.
I have not heard that story in forever. That's true. Yeah, it was a move of desperation, really. We had a business called Wander Coffee Bar and Eatery in a place called Marysville, Washington. And we were doing fine. And we were almost a year old. I think we were 11 months old.
So we're real close, yeah.
And then the pandemic hit and we got shut down. And so we started thinking, what do we do? Obviously, we couldn't serve any of our guests. Our place was closed. All of our seats were empty. We had to lay our staff off. And so we said, well, what are we good at? What do we know how to do? He knows how to make drinks and I know how to talk for an unreasonably large amount of time.
Which is so good because if you guys known us and been with us or are just joining us, please go back to the first video.
We need to show that. We need to show it again.
I am so awkward. It's unbelievable.
It's really great.
And there's a part where he stepped out of frame to fix the camera, and I didn't say anything. I just watched it. I don't know what to do.
It went silent really quick. But we just kind of said, what are we good at? What do we know how to do? What would be something where we have a high value of making sure that we care for people that are in our circle.
Yeah.
And so we said, let's turn our cameras on our phone and teach people how to make a drink as they're locked into their houses. And,
make sure they know that people care for them.
Yeah. And they're not alone because there's plenty of people that were left alone in their houses for weeks and months on end. Right. And so we just started doing it randomly because we didn't know what else to do. It was the first idea that we thought was semi good. And then, a couple people start watching and then a few more and then a few more. And then, at the peak of it, we've got, about 500 people every week watching us do this stupid show online.
Which is ridiculous. And thank you guys.
Yeah, it was incredible. And so we just kept doing it and, things kept opening up a little bit and then, oh no, it's going to shut down. And it was just day by day, sometimes hour by hour. And you all know what happened last year with everything and the chaos that was last year. We just kept going and people kept enjoying it. And so then we said, eventually in December of this last year, we decided to close down the business because we were not open. So out of all 12 months of 2020, we were open for 2 months, January and February of that year. And so we didn't have the cash flow to keep it going. And so we had to shut it down. And that was a really hard decision.
That was a big one.
But, our goal with that space was to eventually get Blake back behind our own bar, to have our own place. And we've been allowed to do that in a way we didn't know we were going to be able to do that. And now we have a really great warehouse space in Marysville where we've built our own bar with our own hands, mostly Blake. not me. But yeah, we were very close. Most of our equipment's in. The plumbing is going to happen soon, and then we'll be able to invite you all into the space where we can hang out with you and get to know you, and you can have good drinks and have good relationship with people, because that's really what we're made to do.
Yep.
That's what we're doing tonight. We're hanging out with our friends. We're having drinks. We're having a good time. We're sharing stories, and that's what we want to be about. That's what we do. We do that really well.
Yeah.
And so that's why we started this thing, and it's just kind of grown without us knowing that it would become what it is.
Yeah.
There you go. There's the answer to that question. Wanda says, could you please do the TENS episode again?
We can probably bring that back.
So for all of you that don't know, you know what a TENS unit is? Those electro pads. We put them on our arms and tried to drink while so your arms just going nuts. It was a lot of fun.
It was.
I laughed really hard that night. It was a ton of fun. You can go back and watch that one. That one's on our YouTube page.
50.
I did have an idea of they have these new ones where you can simulate cramps.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
That would be fun, right?
We could do that
Now
one.
here's my concern. I do not want to become that show. Like you have to
Yeah.
put yourself through physical pain in order to get people to watch.
Yeah.
I don't want to become that show, but that does sound interesting.
Yeah.
I want to know. I want to know what it feels like.
We want you to know too.
My mother would like us to know what it feels like. Okay. Let's see. We had this one right here. What's it like still having COVID in your country? Amelia lives in New Zealand. It sucks. I wish it was gone, and I wish
Yeah.
it's if we open up that can of worms, it could be very political. It could be very heated. It could be a lot of things.
I think one, for example, for me is I think I hate that I got used to like the COVID, or my personal bubble, because everybody's like, oh, you got COVID. They keep their distance as we were supposed to. And on our flight here, I'm trying to go to the bathroom, and I'm walking in line, and this guy is just like, his chest is almost on my back, like his chin is almost on my shoulder, and I'm like, what are you doing?
Come on, man.
We're so close. But yeah, it's I'm ready for it to be done.
I think we're all ready for it to be done, right? We were saying that it's nice because we're vaccinated now, and so it's nice to be able to go into a place without a mask on, and start to feel a little bit of a normal sense of life again, which has been so great. What's your favorite song at the moment?
Ooh, good question.
There's a song by Eloise called Surrendered or some. Got me singing down. I don't know. I don't remember the title of it. I dig that song. It's got such a great groove.
That's a toss up.
The artist name is Eloise.
Yeah, she's only got like maybe 5 or 6 songs
on the Spotify.
On the Spotify, if you guys check her out, it's one word, but it's Eloise.
Yeah.
Just kind of like a chill thing.
Chill vibes.
I just got into Corey Henry, and he's got a new the latest album is 2020, but he's got a couple songs on there that I'm digging.
Phenomenal jazz pianist, but he's got a good groove going on in there too. Okay. From Matt Smith. If I drink fruity drinks, do I get to keep my man card? I have 2 kids and a beautiful wife.
Absolutely.
1,000%.
Absolutely.
1,000%.
There is an episode that we did where we talked about how when I would be behind the bar and somebody's like, I need a man glass.
Give me a man glass.
Like, you know what?
I can't drink out of this nonsense.
Sometimes when I go out to the bar, I will specifically order like the fruitiest style cocktail, and I will sit there with like my legs crossed and my pinky out, and I will stare at people and just like,
I'm enjoying this drink.
This thing is delicious. Yeah, totally. Keep your man card.
Okay, this is Casey, a friend of ours from Marysville. He says, bring in guests for the TENS unit, and they get a free drink while they're connected to the TENS.
Ooh. Casey, you come up with some serious
He's got some good ideas. He's a creative fella.
Man.
All right, any questions from the in-person audience? You guys have any questions for us? Okay, well, I mean, I did do that. Yeah, that's true. That's true. Okay, we already have one taker. Elise says she'd do it
Never
for
had
the
that.
10s unit challenge. Beautiful.
Where did you learn how to make all the cocktails?
The question in the crowd is, where did you learn how to make all the cocktails?
I originally started bartending at a pool club.
A real sleazy one.
Yeah.
He wasn't sleazy. The
No.
club was real sleazy.
If it, how old am I now?
I don't know.
It was probably about 10 years ago.
It had to have been longer than that.
No, yeah. I've been in the industry for 17.
Yeah, he wasn't bartending.
I don't honestly remember how long, but give me an example. We catered out to this owner of Crown Distributing, and they threw a swinger party, and I had no idea about it.
Yeah,
This,
that kind of swinger party.
yeah,
You know,
like, not a good one at all. This place had
a real sketchy one.
like pool cabanas, and they were all closed, and every cabana had
Multiple people in it.
things that I didn't want to see. But yeah, I started there, and honestly, like my friends would come in, and I would just play around, and then I had to change the lifestyle, and then randomly, one of my good buddies hit me up. He's like, "Hey, I just got a cool spot. We opened up a new
great
bartending
question.
position, and you should come in." And then I worked in underneath the beverage director. He taught me a lot, and then from there, I probably ordered maybe 30 books, and I just read everything that I could.
Nice.
Just kept going.
My
Great
favorite
question.
drink is a Negroni.
Favorite drink is the Negroni.
A Negroni. It's like a, I don't know, it's a Boulevardier, but a gin based. It's equal parts gin, sweet vermouth, and Campari. I also like a mezcal version of it, which is a smoked tequila. It's super delicious.
All right. Steve Andrews says, basically, AKA Block Party in Avalon Estates. That's what's happening here tonight.
Thanks.
Here's the last question of the night. I think this is a great question to end on. Do you have any advice for a high schooler about to leave high school?
Ooh, that's a great question.
Yeah.
What
What would you say?
I mean, our answers are probably going to be completely different.
Awesome.
But go first, please.
I would say do your best to not care what other people think. It will make your life significantly better if you stop caring what other people think.
Mm-hmm.
Is that easy? Absolutely not. Do I do it every day? Of course. But to remind yourself that you go after the thing that you think that you should go after and don't care what other people say or think, because they don't know you.
Mm-hmm.
They don't know what you like, what you don't like. And it's up to you basically to do that. And you don't want to get to 35, 40, 50 and realize that you didn't go after the thing that you wanted to go after. And then resentment builds, guilt builds, shame builds, and then it's just a cycle.
Yeah.
So if you do anything, do your best to forget what other people say, think, or believe that you should do, which will be a task for the rest of your life. It's a task for all of our lives. But try to block out those voices. They're really hard to block out, but try to block out those voices because, man, joy can really be found when you find your thing.
And we actually collate better than I was expecting. I would say, on the same note, it's just don't be afraid to go strive for what you want. Because there's so many different demographics in high school, leaving high school, going into college, the whole stipulation of like, oh, you're in drama, you're a weirdo, you're a nerd, or something like that. Honestly, like, again, don't listen to the outside world. Do what you want to do what your heart loves, what makes you happy. Even
don't be an a-hole.
Right.
Don't be an a-hole.
Stay humble.
Be humble. Be gracious.
Right.
Be forgiving.
Right.
Be kind. But still go after your thing.
Yeah. Follow your dream. And you're just getting to college, so those dreams can change. But still,
man, you have so much time to figure it out. There's so many people, Mom, you can attest to this, that in 40s you go, you know what? I got to switch this up. I'm doing something different. And now we get to watch our mom live out a dream of hers that has been forever, right? Your entire life. And it's okay to change. It's okay to switch that.
Definitely.
And remember that fear and failure are incredible teachers. When you fail, you learn more than you do when you succeed. And we have failed quite a bit.
I think, and I it could be like depending on the situation, but like whatever I feel like makes you the most fearful might be the best thing for you.
You got to charge into that for sure.
Like if you're feeling uneasy about something, obviously for me, I weigh my options out. Like this is how my brain works. I weigh my options, pros and cons and things like that. But also at the same time, like if it's fearful, it's something that you probably should do because it's something you're passionate about and that you really don't want to fail at. And so you just strive and dig in deep and you reach for the people that surround you and don't be afraid to ask for help. But
there you go, Amelia.
Yeah.
Cheers to you at the end of high school. It's a crazy time.
Yeah.
It's a crazy time. Well, everybody, it has been another amazing episode. An hour has already passed.
Boom.
Just like that. We made a cocktail. We met Gus.
No, Gus. Good old Gus.
Yeah. What were you going to say?
I was just hoping you guys enjoyed the cocktail.
I did.
Yeah.
I liked it a lot.
We met Fiona.
We met Fiona. We met Mom.
Good old Ma.
It has been an absolute pleasure to be with you once again. This has been episode 66 of Quarantinis with Blake and Brandon, where he makes them.
And he drinks them.
And remember, as always, give yourself a break. Forgive yourself because you've never done this thing called life. And tomorrow is a new day.
Indeed. Stay humble. Be patient. Always love.
Have a good night.
Drink a cocktail.
Bye.
See ya.
Hello, everybody. How was your Memorial Day? As you can tell by our backwards hats, we had a great weekend. Yep. Let's get in real close.
Look at that. So close. A lot closer than I was expecting.
That is good.
Brandon and I both agreed on that I look like, what's his name from Home Alone, where he gets hit in the face with a iron.
Before we call it a night, we forgot to talk about our snack that we're going to be having. It's a guest snack brought in from our friends to celebrate something really that is a milestone. And the milestone is Margaret was looking through her phone and realized it's been 1 whole year since Blake has responded to any message that Margaret has sent her.
What? That is so funny.
I was looking at her, I was like, why is there a hate?
Oh.
Patty standing up there.
Oh my god, that's so good.
And then